And we're gonna have a toast to Ryan and Danica. Love you guys.
And I'm not sure if you want us to keep going at this point, or you're just going to keep on serving while we're going through this. Okay? Bring out the food. Actually, I don't really need the glasses because this is on a 64 font. People in Indiana out there, I use them to make me look smarter.
Microphone does that.
Okay, I'm actually really here to give Ryan advice, right?
Good luck, Ryan.
Women dream about marriage, and they know what their wedding's going to be like. They know what they're going to be wearing from as early as they can remember. Probably in the womb, they're sitting there thinking of this stuff. And I know that Danica almost will be an absolutely amazing wife, as all women do make amazing wives. Men, on the other hand, we're like deer in the headlights. We really don't give it a lot of thought. We don't know what's coming. So in order to help Ryan out, I'm going to pass along a little bit of information. Before the wedding, I spoke with every married man here today, and I asked them if they understood the top 5 things they understand about women, so that I could actually compile a little top 5 list to help you out. I asked every married man here, and I said, what are the 5 things you understand about women? The answer was the same. Scroll. I gotta go in the other direction. I need an AV person if somebody really knows what they're doing here. Now, that led me to kind of figure out I've got to find somebody else who knows. So, turn to Bob Malo. Bob Malo has been married for 58 years. Okay, Bob and Jean have been married for 58 years.
Life sentence.
And you know what? Their marriage is legendary. Everybody talks about how they get along and they never fight. So I said, what is the secret to your marital success? Bob says, well, it started on the way home from our wedding many years ago. We hadn't gone a mile when the horse started giving us trouble. So I pulled out the little whip, and that's when I heard Jean say in a low voice, "That's one strike." Bob was a little perplexed, kept on driving. The horse stopped again. And you hear, "That's strike 2." Bob keeps on going. And a little bit later, the horse kind of stops again. And Jean says, "That's strike 3." She pulls out the shotgun that her father had for the wedding, and she just shot the horse right in the head. Bob couldn't believe it, and he started to yell. He said, "What the heck are you doing?" And she said, "That's strike 1." So that's the secret to their marital bliss. Anyway, tonight I'd also like to call up the siblings, Jason, Jeff, Brandy, and Ashley, and they would like to say some words. I don't know if you want to come up individually, or is this a group thing? What are we doing?
I think it's just the mates.
Oh, okay, the guys are chickening out.
They chickened out. They,
Little disappointed, guys, not holding up your end of the bargain.
Like we can.
I know, yeah.
Hi. Hi, folks. Our names are Brandy and Ashley, and we are Danica's maids of honor and her sisters.
If you already couldn't tell.
And we've known Danica all of our lives, considering we're younger. And she had a couple of sisterless years, and I'm sure she was grateful for that, but we know that she was very blessed to have us come on the scene. Thank you, Mom. And Dad, you were there. like to tell you all, a little story, our stories about how Danika's impacted our lives and how, ready for that? How we're sure she'll impact Ryan's and his families.
When I was in middle school and Danica was in high school.
Hello?
There we go. Can you hear me now? When I was in middle school and Danica was in high school, I would watch her get ready for school. I would watch her put on her makeup, and I would take mental pictures of what she wore. And when she left to go to school, I would sneak into her room, which always made her furious. I would put on her makeup and steal her clothes because I wanted to be her. And I would go to school pretending I was Danica Bolton and nothing could touch me. Now more than ever, I'm still in awe of my sister. And a little part of me still wants to be her. She has a man that loves her unconditionally, and I know she loves Ryan just as unconditionally. My wish for you two is that your love for each other only continue to grow.
Mine's not that sweet. When Danica and I were young, like any family, our parents would buy us nice outfits for special occasions. I'm sure you know where I'm going with this. And one particular Easter, I believe I was about 5 or 6, so Danica would be about 8. Something like that, right? Okay. And our mom and dad wanted to buy Danica and I matching dresses, one being pink and one being purple. I wanted to wear the pink dress because pink was my favorite color, and originally, Danica wanted to wear the purple one. However, upon learning that I wanted the pink dress, Danica had to have the pink dress. So she convinced our dad that we'd both be much better off if Danica wore the pink dress and I wore the purple one. Thus, Danica received the pink dress, and I got stuck with the purple one. So that day taught me a couple of things. At the time, it taught me that Danica does not like to share. And she certainly always gets what she wants. But now it tells me that, it shows me Danica always had and will have my best interests at heart. Because while I didn't like it at the time, I did look very nice in my purple dress. And Danica looked very, very nice in hers, in her nice pink one. And I know Danica will always have Ryan's best interests at heart. So if we could all raise a glass to Danica and Ryan, Mr. and Mrs. Malo, Danica and Ryan, may your house always be filled with unconditional love, and may you always have each other's best interests at heart.
Stereo. It's interesting from a Canadian perspective, we don't have the NFL. And I'm just kind of wondering, speaking of dress colors, we've got the orange and teal. What football team is that?
Miami.
Okay, thank you. I knew there must have been a reason. I'm just kidding. Was it just me, or did anyone else hear that last minute addition to the vows? I don't know if you heard it. Just at the very end, it was pretty quiet, not everybody could hear it. It was something about, I don't know if you guys caught it. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. You may now kiss the bride. Did anybody else hear that? Okay guys, what am I doing now? Hey, way to go. Scroll. So yesterday, Ryan was at work and he was so excited because, he's getting married tomorrow. So Greg came over to him with a very outstretched hand and says, congratulations, Ryan. I just wanted to tell you that Sue and I have been married for 22 years. 22 years. I am sure that you'll always remember this as the happiest day of your life. Ryan said, well, I'm getting married tomorrow. Greg said, I know. Scroll. Speaking of happily ever after, I forgot my 15th wedding anniversary, and Heidi told me, you better have something in front of the house tomorrow which goes from 0 to 180 in 4 seconds. Next morning, she came out and saw the bathroom scale in the driveway. I've been divorced for 4 years. So I'm actually able to give Ryan a lot of advice on what not to do, okay? Anyway, before I call up Jim Bolton to say a few words, Jim was really anxious about speaking because, as you know, number 2 on the worst fear is death. Number 1 is public speaking, right? So he was really nervous. He went to the doctor and said, I just have a terrible fear. I need something. So the doctor gave him some anxiety pills. He was just afraid to take them. Anyway, Jim, if you'd like to come on up.